So hey everyone, welcome back to Rebecca's Colouring Arts and Crafts. So today I'm going to continue with Millie Marotta's, it's a beautiful, no it's not Beautiful Birds and Treetop Treasures, it's, whoops, sorry, just checking the name. Wildlife Wonders. Millie Marotta's Wildlife Wonders. It took me a minute there. So I'm going to start with the mushrooms today because I still haven't fully decided on how I'm going to do the background. So I'm going to start with, I think, these mushrooms here and maybe this, maybe these three here. I'm thinking. So I think I'll start with the ones underneath this froggy here first, and then we'll work to these ones with the time. We'll just see how time goes as to how many we get done. We may just do part of these ones and then continue them next time. We'll see how we go. But yeah, I just need to actually quickly check something online. Oh, I can do that in a break with those ones because I'm not doing those ones straight away. So yeah, so I'm going to continue with my Caran Luminance pencils here today. So I think, was our light source coming from, yeah, it was kind of coming from this direction, I'm pretty sure. So that means that most of our shadows will be around the base of these areas, and obviously, like usual, I'm probably going to follow the pattern areas. I may wipe out some areas, I don't know, we'll just see as we go. But pretty much I'm going to start with my Caran Luminance. What colour is this? Terry de Cassel. Terry de Cassel, apparently, it's a brown. And first things first, I probably want to put it over here. Obviously there's a couple of different mushrooms here, so I may do this one slightly different colours, I will see. But for now I'm just going to do these two that are the same here with this colour. And obviously this is a deep brown, so this will be our shadows. I'm also going to just quickly put some of it underneath the actual foggy's feet. To create shadows there, because obviously underneath our belly of our frog and that there'll be shadows from the frog. And then I'll go on to adding it onto the mushroom areas, how I want to have it with the mushrooms. But first I just want to get these shadows of the frog and that done as I can. Obviously there won't be ones where the light source is coming on the frog. So on the, basically on like these upper feet tip areas, so obviously it'll just be underneath with those bits. But however, this bottom toe I'm going to have the shadow under it, and also under here, even though the light source is up the top, I'm going to have it up above this bit. I'm going to have it underneath just because there would be a shadow from the frog sitting on the shroomy. Same for underneath the belly and around this part of the leg. There would be a bit of a shadow as well. And I think I'm going to actually put the shadow around this part of the toe as well. And then here, you would have some shadow just down here. And then just underneath this toe rather than on the top with the other toe and coming around here. So now what I want to do is I'm also going to well, flip this around for a minute quickly. I've also got my paper underneath the back of it to keep it there. Let's just make sure it's in focus. There we go. I just want to also bring this shadow around the base where it goes under the mushroom as well. And we'll obviously add our light areas in after. And I'm also going to bring a bit of shadow down here and into this area, because obviously that's the inner part of the mushroom where it would be darker. Now, since our light source is coming that way, I'm just working this out. So I think I'm going to do the shadows up like this, but I'm going to leave the top area of that section without a shadow, but all the other sections, the 3 sections, will have shadows. Except for these areas underneath the frog, they'll obviously have 4. And that one, I'm just going to basically swap them depending on the way the light is shining. So we'll just have to remember which way once we start adding in the other colours as to the way the light was shining on them, and hence where the shadows are in the, I guess you could say, mushroom. And since this is underneath, I'm just going to do the shadows under there. So our shadows are mostly coming from this way, so I guess what we'll do as we add the other colours, we'll just look at those and match them up as we go. To make sure that we're not going over those areas. I don't know if I should have had shadow in that part, but it's kind of coming from that way, so I think it works anyway. Well, I feel it does anyway. Excuse me. So I think some of these top areas around this top part of the mushroom, some of those spots I will leave open because of where the light source is coming from. Others I may close up. We'll just see as we do it as to whether I put shadows there or not. Basically just use your judgment. If you think it's somewhere that should have a shadow, then feel free to put a shadow. If it's somewhere you think shouldn't have a shadow that I've put a shadow, then you don't have to put a shadow there. just going to leave the stem for a minute and think about that whilst I'm doing this as to what I want to do with the stem. Then we're going to do the same as we just did to the mushroom above with this little shroomy down here. We are. Just trying to make sure you leave enough space for the other colours that we're going to aim to put in here as well. Now I just want to add in a little bit of like light shading where we're going to have our shadows for blending the next colour in. I think I am going to put some shadows just on this little side here. And this will help you to tell more where you're going to have your other colours going from as well. Will, because we're going to aim to put another 3 colours in there currently. Hello Lils, you're back again, huh Bubba? Girl. Hello girlie. Lils is sitting next to me again. So I'm really enjoying getting back into doing the colouring videos again. It's really good. I'm really happy to be getting back into it, and it's starting to look like if I can get them edited, I may end up getting enough for whilst I'm away, which will be great if I can, because it's like, yay! It's what I've been wanting to do for a while, so I'm so excited about that, because currently I've got 3 that I can edit. 2 are speed colorings. One's Millie Marotta's Lion, and the next is the other is, what is it that I just did before? It is It is memory blank. Oh, Joanna Basford's World of Flowers, of course. And then I'll have this one as well because I'm doing a speed colouring version and a real-time version of each. It means you end up with 2 videos out of each you record. So with Joanna Basford's World of Flowers and Millie Marotta's Lime from Wild Savannah, that leaves me with 3. With this one, it takes me up to 5 videos, and it's really exciting to me because it's what I've been wanting to get back to, and even though my ankle's still a problem, I'm really happy to be able to get back to doing these videos again. And yeah, it'll be good to be able to leave some videos whilst I'm away. So yeah, I'm happy about that. So yeah, I'm quite excited that it's starting to look up a bit with getting videos done again. I've just been trying to do them rather than even if my ankle's hurting because it makes me feel better. And that's worth everything. It is, because my colouring's really helping me to feel a lot better about things, even though I'm still hurting and blah blah blah. It really is helping by doing the colouring. So now what I want to do is come in with my Caran Luminance Sanguine Russet, and I want to bring that over all those previous colours, and I'm hoping this won't make it too red kind of thing. Because it looks quite red there, but then mushrooms are all different colours anyway, so yeah. It'll work. And I'm just doing little touches of light sources so I know the direction they're coming from as I do it. Hoping that brown sort of shows out more because it's quite a light brown. The texture of it feels a bit different to the others, and I know sometimes that happens. Some pencils can be slightly different textures due to the materials used to make them, so we'll just work with it. But I think it's looking quite nice with those tones, and it'll dull down a bit as we add the other browns into it anyway. Oops, that might have been a bit much in that spot of that colour. So still got 2 more pencil colours to try and add yet, so yeah, just try and leave as much white space as you can in areas to fit all those colours, because I know there's not a lot of space when you're doing all the little pattern areas all the time. Checking how much time I've got left before the 30 minutes is up on the card. Still got a bit of time yet. about 10 minutes, so yeah, we'll work with it. I may end up just going with 3 colours instead of the 4. I was thinking 4, but I may go with 3 just due to the amount of space I'm thinking. So I think I'm just going to pause there for a minute, and I'm going to find what third colour I'm going to use, because I'm changing my mind a bit with, I'm thinking maybe like a peachy colour or something, because I'm kind of changing my mind a bit because I'm really liking these sort of pinky tones. So I'm just going to pause it there, and I'm going to find the next pencil colour, and then we'll continue with the colour we're currently using, and then we'll go with our next colour, and then we'll look at doing the stem with similar colour tones, I think. So yeah, I will be back shortly. So hey everyone, I'm back. So it's I'm going to continue where I left off with my sanguine russet, and it's looking like the hour video may just be these 2 mushrooms, but it works anyway, because I'm trying to cut videos to about an hour so it's easier for you to watch it and all of that, and sort of works better because it allows me to get more videos done and out. And yeah, so I've kind of started doing about an hour rather than 2 to 3 hours for videos. So I know in the 2 to 3 hour videos I got more space done, I guess, in them, but at the same time I'm finding that the hour length videos are kind of working for me with the recording and the amount that I record and all of that, which works. And yeah, so I'm kind of sort of doing it roughly that time frame right now with the videos, and that way too it allows you to have it going for a lesser time and not quite as long and all of that. There may still be the odd longer videos, but I'm kind of liking the length of about the hour long video, even though it does take me a long time to do the things, and hence why you don't see a lot done in those hour videos. At the same time, that's just how I like doing things. And yeah, so that's kind of where I'm sitting at the moment, is that I kind of like the length of the hour videos, and it allows me to get 3 done in that time instead of just 1, and it allows me to get up a lot more videos in that time frame, which is great. So yeah, that's just why I'm sort of doing more the 50-minute to hour videos at the moment, just because that's what's working well for me. It is, and I really hope you're enjoying them too, because I'm enjoying making them. And I've just decided on the 3 colours. I've decided on like a peachy pinky colour for the final tone, and that's why I'm sort of just adding a little more in when I'm doing this. Like, what I mean by adding a little more in is like adding a little more in, filling in that space between the lighter tones and that, because I'm now not doing 4 colours, I'm doing 3 colours, and so I can fill in a little bit more of that space with the colours that I'm using currently, and that works well. So yeah, at least for me it does. It allows you to sort of see those tones peeking through behind, in front of the brown as well, in different areas more than other areas, because where the bigger squares are, it allows more of that different colour tone to peek through, that pinky tone to peek through the brown, and the shorter areas sort of allow, I guess, a bit less of that colour tone, but it's nice, the contrast. I like the contrast of them. Hello, Deals. Who's out again, huh? Hassling for a pat. Like usual. I love you, boo. Lily's hanging around a lot currently because she's kind of sensed that I'm going away, I guess. Well, I get the feeling that she's sensed that. So these little areas here, because they're, I don't know if they're smaller than the other area, but I'm basically filling them in because most of the way, because obviously they're going to be shadow, because there won't be much light going directly underneath the mushroom. There won't be, because the underneath of the mushroom doesn't get much light, and it's kind of those browny gill sort of area, I guess you could say, for some. Or, well, it's kind of, I guess it's got those in every mushroom, but they're different colours in each mushroom. And I've been looking a lot at different mushrooms, trying to work out how to do these mushrooms, and there's actually colours of mushrooms that I didn't realise there were, kind of thing. So it's interesting to see them. It's interesting to see that there are more colours of mushrooms out there than I realised. I always just thought, other than the white spot mushrooms, I always thought there was just mostly brown or white mushrooms, but there's orangey yellows, there's purples and mauves, and it's just, yeah, it's quite a surprise finding out just how many different types of mushrooms are actually out there in the world. So now I want to come in with my final colour for this top area of the mushroom, and that is my Caran Luminance Ochre Brulee 10%, or Burnt Ochre 10%, I think it says. And we just want to bring that final colour in over all of these colours, including the ones that are fully shaded. Kind of our, I guess, our final light colour. I don't know if that's me, but it almost seems like maybe it's the brown going into it. It almost seemed like the ink was kind of rubbing off a bit there in that spot. Maybe I was imagining it. Maybe it was just the brown smudging up into it a bit, because as you blend the colours, I find that the colours do mix a bit. So that's why I try to put down the lightest area first, so that as I'm blending it I do. But it is, I know it is possible for the ink to smudge, but I'm hoping it's not the ink. I think it's just the brown, dark brown pencil that's left colour up in there. Either that, or I've done a tester, or either that or my tester that I did just on my paper before has probably left brown on the pencil, which is highly likely. Well, more like very, very likely. It is. So there's one little shroomy, at least the cap of it anyway. And then we're going to do this other one, and then we'll start working on these little stems. I really like these colours together. Even though it's kind of, I don't know, even though it's got a very bright frog on it, I actually really like the way these tones look with that frog. It's really nice, in my opinion. I'm probably going to work on like a forest or pond or swampy sort of area for the background once I've got it done, but first I want to colour in the mushrooms and stuff, and then I'm going to decide on the background after I colour this main bit here. I may do the full double page spread before I do the background. We'll just see. I'll play it by ear and see how it goes, because I'm going to need to work on sketching the whole background and all of that, and sometimes that's easier working on both pages at once, so I'll probably just colour the main image and then I'll work on the background afterwards. I really like how this is coming together though. And I actually like that even though the frog's bright, it just works with the frog as well. It's really nice. So I'm just going to pause it there for a minute and then I will be back and we will work on these stems of the mushrooms. So I will see you shortly. So hey everyone, I'm back. So I'm going to start on the stems here. Just what I get done this time I get done, and what I don't I'll continue next time, just because I've got about 30 minutes left on my card at the moment. So yeah, so I'm going to start again with my Terry. Oh, hang on, it's the bottom one. Cassel Earth, is it? Caran Luminance Cassel Earth. And what I want to do is, because our light is coming from this way, I want to bring the dark down along these spots and just into this bottom area. And just doing a little bit of our light source as we go so that we know which side is which side we've got the shadows on and which side we don't. And for this one, we'll probably do it a bit. I'll just do it as it's coming down. I think what I'm going to do for these ones, I'm just going to follow the patterns, except for this side of the stem I'm going to leave kind of open because that's obviously where our light's coming from. But I think I want to follow these stem patterns, or the little patterns that Millie's put on here, as to how the stem of the mushroom is going to look. And we're also going to obviously create a shadow around the mushroom that's in front, because obviously that's going to be creating a shadow on this other mushroom. It is. Same for this little one, it's obviously going to be creating a shadow, and same for the leaf there. And then we're just going to continue like this. We're also going to put a bit of a shadow. I'm just going to swap the position of this again and double check it's in the camera frame. Yeah, good. I also want to, after I do these upper areas, I also want to put a bit of a shadow around the top of this mushroom where it would fold under to the, I guess, well, whatever it is that sits underneath the mushroom that you can usually see. Pretty much. Even though I'm doing it all the way around some areas, I'm just putting the shadows mostly where I want to have the shadows, because obviously I'm going to have some light sources coming from this direction. So I'm kind of not putting the shadows on every spot, even though I'm highlighting each area, because I still want to have areas where our light source is and all of that. I do. little bit of light source there. So this is coming from this way, and this one, it's sort of coming from the side, so no, I think I'm going to make it similar to this one with where the light source is coming from, I think. Except I'm going to leave this side shadow free as well as this side, because it would sort of more be coming from, I guess, the top. Now with this one, I will do the light shadows once we've highlighted these, and I'll work out exactly where I want the other shadows. Obviously these leaves will have some shadows from the overlapping areas, and we want a little bit of light source there, just like these ones. And then I think with these ones I'm going to sort of just have it on the upper areas where the shadows, because I'm going to have it more at the bottom with these ones, because it sort of is more coming from the top down with the angle of this one. Next colour that I want to go with is so it's not sanguine russet, but it's just russet. The top area, I'm guessing, is it in German or French or Swiss or whichever it is, which is interesting to know. And yeah, I just want to bring that colour over the lines as before, but also over these little shadow areas. But I want to bring it over the lines just to make sure that they blend in right with the final colour. And I'm trying to leave a little bit of space for our final colour as well. Coming out together. I guess you could have gone a different coloured stem, but I kind of wanted it similar colours with the stem and the mushroom for this one. I think it's kind of interesting. I think it is. Whoops, trying not to go over the other mushroom too much, the one that we haven't started colouring yet, because, like I just did. of these areas, just correct areas as you go with our previous colour, just because of the, or with our Cassel Earth, I think it is, just because sometimes you might need a bit more dark colour than you realised and you haven't put enough, so just touch that up as you go if you need to, like I just did. And then finally, our last colour is going to be our burnt ochre 10%, and we just want to colour that over all of those other areas. Last little mushroom. And depending how I go, I may end up having videos up every day, I guess we'll see. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave it at that for this part. I really hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please leave a like, subscribe and comment. I always love hearing from you. I really do hope you've enjoyed this. And yeah, I will just sort of show you it zoomed out. So we've just done these two little mushrooms here. I might do a slightly different colour for this one, I'm thinking. I'll see. I'll work it out. But just because it's slightly different with the cap. The bottom's the same, but it's slightly different with the cap, so I'm thinking I might like to do that one slightly different. But yeah, I really hope you've enjoyed this, and yeah, I hope to see you next time. Bye!